Schoenfeld. I'm from Pearson PLC, and I'll look for their future technology.
Mike.
That better? Okay, so I'm Chris Schoenfeld. I work for Pearson PLC. We have a new futures technologies team in New York City. Over there is Jason Goodhand. He's our project manager. And we work on mobile products across the Pearson companies. And because, we're a publishing company, we have a lot of companies under our umbrella that have been printing in ink for a long time. But these folks want to do things in mobile, they just don't have the time based on the legacy products. So we try to go across and do prototypes for them in mobile and do that for them when they have ideas, so they can get the know-how within their own groups to do this themselves. So today I'm here to talk about our plug-and-play API. For those of you not familiar with Pearson, Pearson is the world's largest education company, and we're also the world's largest publisher of books. However, you might be more familiar with our sub-brands, Financial Times, Pearson Education, and Penguin Books, as well as many others. Pearson Plug and Play is our open API. How many people saw the post that was linked on Google Plus the other day? The leaked message, yeah. Basically talking about how when you get a big engineering organization with a lot of data, that you really need to build these internal web services to talk not only to your customers, but to your other company, other individual teams within your company as well, or you get all gummed up. So we try to address this problem at Pearson as well, because we have so much content across all of our companies that it's sometimes hard to actually find the person that's in charge of holding the digital assets for the content that we want to use. And while we're doing that, we're also exposing that to developers like you so you can get to the mobile apps. So we've launched with 3 APIs. The first one is DK Eyewitness Travel to London, which I think is, the eyewitness travel guides are ideal for doing mobile apps, because you can do a lot with geolocation. As you can see, like theaters, churches, pubs, hotels, nightlife. Anything that you want to tie to a person's location and reveal to them while they're traveling around. These data sets are very deep. The Financial Times Press has some book titles in business, marketing, and science, and the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English, which is not just a dictionary, but also has encyclopedia entries as well. And that content's really geared towards teaching people English as a second language. Last night, sorry, I'm very tired today. Last night I wrapped up my first prototype using the plug-and-play API and writing an HTML5 game using the Longman API. So if anybody wants to use that today, I have a little extra experience in that one, but I can help you with the other two as well. And today, just for you, we launched Eyewitness Travel Washington, D.C. So if you want to make a mobile app today that's local to Washington, we have more than enough data than you ever know what to do with. So we really encourage you to use this tool. In order to get started, you want to visit the Pearson developer website at developer.pearson.com. You want to sign up for a production API key. You'll be offered a sandbox key when you first sign up, but just go ahead and order a production key. You don't need to put in a credit card or anything, and you won't have the restrictions of the sandbox key. Neither one of them is going to be throttled, but the sandbox key is going to give you access only to a limited set of data in each data set, whereas the production key will do everything. And this weekend we've turned off all the quotas on the production keys, so you can go nuts. You're not going to get blocked. So an app you might want to look at to give an idea for some of the data that's available in the Eyewitness Guides is Show Me London, which is available in the Android market. And they also had Paris, Berlin, and New York, but I don't know if they've launched those yet. So when you get onto developer.pearson.com and you get your API key, you're going to see an overview of the individual data sets. And there's a sort of interactive explorer where you can enter your API key and do sample queries without writing them in code in the console and get back examples of the JSON referencing that you want to use so you can get an idea. Because as I said, probably used to a lot of APIs having a very limited focus data set exposed to the developer, but ours is really just unraveling the full core of all the data that's in these properties. So it's really deep and there's a lot to explore. Calling an API with jQuery. Since you have production keys that are tied to you, and people who are making commercial applications using our APIs will be charged at certain quota levels or traffic during the day, so we want you to keep your API key to yourself. So when developing applications, we ask that you do as I did last night and implement the API using a backend CGI, for example, and putting the key in there, and then exposing a limited number of very focused API calls out to your application. Also save a lot of data bandwidth for that part. Don't leave your keys under the flower pot. The developer who's in charge of this project is in London, so yes, it's a different way. So again, the URL is developer.pearson.com. Apply for a production key. It's free. We'll be approving keys in real time, so it's not like you're going to have to sit around and wait for your approval to come back. If you have any problems with email validation or key approval, come over and see me. I'll be sitting right down there at the last table. If you want to tweet about us, please use the hashtag Pearson API. Our developers follow that as well. And I also have the developer who's in charge, the developer in London who's in charge of this API on Skype all day long today. So if we run into even the most serious technical problems, I can get that answer. So please feel free. And most importantly, make some cool stuff and have fun. Also, we have a limited number of t-shirts, but the team that makes the best app with any Pearson API